Welcome to a Monday and another edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. In for Dan Kuntz, I'm Eric Granstrom here on the NCW Live channel. It's the 7th day of February, 2022. And yeah, you can see it behind me, fog. And that is our forecast, and that is affecting a lot of things. We'll talk more about fog coming up here a little bit later on this morning. It's a Monday, and before Dan went on vacation, he had a chance to sit down and talk with David Rayfield. He's the marketing guy for the Wenatchee Wild, and David's going to go up on top of the Town Toyota Center and live on the balcony there as a fundraiser. We'll get more on that coming up a little bit later on this morning. Also, exciting week here. We have the top 10 candidates for Apple Blossom coming in. We'll sit down with them, do some recording, and get you our discussions with the top 10 next week as we get ready for the Royalty Selection Pageant. Hard to believe, less than 2 weeks away. We'll have that broadcast live here on the NCW Live channel. Of course, local news, sports news coming up. We'll have to wrap up a busy weekend in basketball, so we'll do that coming up. First, before we get going any further, let's go ahead and see if we can see anything out our weather window here today with our Valley View cameras. And we'll start with this view from Jump Off because that's actually above the fog layer that you can see that's hanging deck level this morning. With the fog, by the way, watch out for some ice on the roadways. And if you park your car or your truck outside, you're going to have to take a few extra moments to probably get the frost off the windshield this morning on your way to work. So Sky-Fi Wireless Network from Localtel providing us our look at the Valley View cameras this morning. There's one. We had very few from which to choose to be able to see anything this morning. So Uriah, where are we going for camera 2? Whoa, look at that. There's what is that, an eagle or a hawk flying above the clouds? That's cool. This is Badger, and bird activity is considerable this morning above the fog. And as you can see, if you get above the fog, not a bad morning so far here in north central Washington. Camera 3 will take us where in the soup. I think this is looking down upon Leavenworth from Black Mountain. And yeah, there's the fog hanging low this morning, but a gorgeous day in the higher elevations. So, oh man, wouldn't that be nice if we could burn this fog off? We might. We'll tell you more about that with your forecast coming up in just a moment. Okay, there's camera 3. Camera 4 will take us to, I'll bet this is Billy Goat. Yeah, you can't see the Columbia River below, but it is below there somewhere. And so too is the town of Pateros and Brewster and Bridgeport and north central Washington. Good morning. And that looks pretty thick this morning. So careful as you drive around with the fog reducing visibility and also some freezing fog this morning. Now the National Weather Service, what's their discussion? Well, they're talking about high pressure returning. Lingering mountain snow showers in Idaho and the Cascades today, and then dry region-wide through the week with increasing sunshine in both mountains and in the lower lands after some morning fog and clouds. There is a wind advisory looking at up to 60-mile-an-hour winds through this afternoon in the Washington Cascades above 3,000 feet. So that's going to be interesting, especially for high-profile vehicles if you're traveling in the mountain passes here today. So careful about that. Now, as far as our forecast is concerned for the Wenatchee Valley of north central Washington, there you see it. Hopefully some sunshine breaking through the cloud cover this morning. We're seeing some freezing fog this morning as well. 42 the high here in Wenatchee today. So yeah, much warmer than what we had yesterday. It only got up to 30 up at Pangbourne yesterday. 29 the overnight low with some clouds and fog. Will make way for some sunshine mixed with the clouds tomorrow. 39 for the high tomorrow. 29 again tomorrow night. And then as we head through the week, it should gradually warm up with clouds and 43 on Wednesday. Partly cloudy, some sun breaks in the afternoon, and 46 on Thursday. 46 on Friday with sunshine. And then another expected decent weekend with sunny skies. High temperatures in the low to mid 40s, nighttime lows right around 30 degrees. As I mentioned, yesterday's high was 30 at Pangbourne Memorial Airport. The overnight low from the night before was 22. Record high for today. Believe it or not, just a few years ago in 2018, it was 60 degrees. I think I remember that. Didn't they have the polar bear plunge, I think, down at Walla Walla Point Park, and it was just ridiculous. There was no snow. Record low for today was 3 degrees, set in 1969. Normally, we're at 39 for the high and 26 for the low. So tomorrow we'll be right in that normal pattern. 7:18 our sunrise this morning. Sun will set at 5:12 tonight. Tomorrow 7:17 for the sunrise and 5:14 for the sunset. So yeah, believe it, adding 4 minutes of daylight for every day here as we get you through the week this week. Now, as far as the mountain passes are concerned, our pass report on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley brought to you by D.A. Davidson, the strength of a trusted partner and personalized solutions to meet your financial needs. Member SIPC. We start things off at Stevens Pass. No restrictions on the pass this morning. Roadways bare and wet under clear skies and 35 degrees, so pretty warm up there at Stevens on US 2. US 97 Blewett Pass, no restrictions either. The roadway bare and wet with clear skies and currently 29 degrees at the summit of Blewett Pass on US 97. Turning our attention further to the south at I-90 Snoqualmie, no restrictions, bare and dry with clear skies, 33 degrees right now at the summit of Snoqualmie Pass. But again, looking for some gusty winds coming up later today in the mountain passes above 3,000 feet. So be careful with winds gusting 40 to 60 miles per hour possibly. DOT, thank you to the folks at D.A. Davidson for helping us with our pass report here every morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Currently, we have the fog, the overcast, and 27 degrees downtown outside the studios of the NCW Life Channel. Coming up next on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, I'll run you through some of our local news, and we'll have sports on the way and an obscure holiday that we had a lot to choose from. And, well, I'll discuss that with you coming up as we continue for a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley right after this.
Find ageless beauty at Chelan Valley Skincare. Cindy offers the most up-to-date treatments for personalized skincare. If sagging skin or acne scars are some skin challenges for you, Chelan Valley Skincare offers non-invasive, non-surgical skincare. With up-to-date technology for shorter treatment plans, you'll benefit from Cindy's expertise to help you accomplish your skincare goals. Please stop by their website for details on all their services. Call Cindy today for your free consultation.
Hi, I'm Katie Joslin and I'm a pediatrician at CVCH. We know that as new parents, you have a lot of decisions to make. At CVCH, we have a team of caring pediatricians and family medicine providers who love to take care of newborns. As you're making that decision of where you'd like to go, we hope that you'll consider coming to CVCH, where any of the providers you choose would care for your baby as if it was one of their own.
8 minutes past the hour here on a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, 7th day of February 2022. In for Dan Kuntz, I'm Eric Granstrom. We're under overcast skies, some freezing fog this morning, and 27 degrees in Wenatchee. Your latest local news now. Chelan County Superior Court has suspended all trials that were scheduled for the month of February. It's the latest court to stall cases while trying to wait out the surge of COVID-19 infections. Douglas County Superior Court in Waterville has already put off all trials until at least the start of April. As of today, 27 COVID patients were hospitalized in Wenatchee, with more than 2,500 people testing positive in Chelan County over the last 2 weeks. Courts across the state have put a pause on trials to prevent new infections among court officers, visitors, and potential jurors. Well, Governor Jay Inslee has made a new round of appointments to state boards and commissions. Among them, Chelan County Superior Court Judge Christine Ferreira, named to the board of the Legal Foundation of Washington. The foundation oversees legal aid programs for low-income people who are facing eviction or other non-criminal legal action. Ferreira will serve a 2-year term. Inslee also appointed Wenatchee educator Aaron Parrott to the Adult Educational Advisory Council of Washington. Well, the governor says in a press conference on Thursday that the plans to direct millions of dollars towards creating more supportive housing in the state, a Senate bill now being considered, would dedicate $494 million to build housing units for the homeless living near highways and roadways. The bill would also pour new resources to behavioral health providers.
I proposed this bill because our homelessness crisis, it is a sad reality, and we know that it affects every part of our state. and it really does demand urgent action in many ways. We have to move more quickly and compassionately to serve the thousands of people who are now living under bridges, on our sidewalks, on the shoulders of our freeways, and we need to do this now.
News continues at 10 minutes past the hour. Since the start of the COVID pandemic, $1.7 million has flowed to North Central Washington nonprofit agencies through the Community Foundation of North Central Washington. The charitable fund distributed both state and federal resources allocated through Chelan County government, as well as private local donations to 115 nonprofits in Chelan, Douglas, and Okanagan counties. Major recipients included Upper Valley Mend, the Wenatchee Valley YMCA, and the Foundation for Youth Resiliency and Engagement in OMAC. Well, local officials and State Senator Brad Hawkins met with legislative leaders on Thursday about state funding for Wenatchee's $134 million Confluence Parkway project, with Hawkins saying he came away from the meeting, quote, very encouraged, end quote. State funding is the final financial piece for a project that would create a new North Wenatchee bypass, including another bridge crossing the Wenatchee River. Last summer, the city received $92.4 million in a federal grant for the Apple Capital Loop Transportation Project, which included $49 million for the Confluence Parkway. The Zoom meeting included, among others, Wenatchee Mayor Frank Kuntz, Chelan Douglas Transportation Council Executive Director Jeff Wilkins, Link Transit General Manager Richard Durock, and Senate Transportation Committee Chair Senator Mark Lillian, who is an Everett Democrat, by the way. The project is designed to deal with growing traffic congestion problems in North Wenatchee. Hawkins said on the meeting on Friday it was well-timed.
Senator Brad Hawkins organized a meeting of some of the top players in transportation, including the heads of the Senate Transportation Committee, to discuss Confluence Parkway.
I was excited to bring everybody together. We had a great discussion with both the chair and the ranking member of the Transportation Committee, and then also a variety of other staff, both to the caucuses and the committee itself.
The East Wenatchee Republican is himself a member of the Transportation Committee. Why was it important to do this now?
I sense that the state is getting increasingly closer to developing the next large-scale statewide transportation investment package, and I want my colleagues to know that the Confluence Parkway project, the second bridge across the Wenatchee River, is my #1 transportation priority.
The $134 million Confluence Parkway project would help with the growing traffic challenges in North Wenatchee. I'm Tracy Ellis.
Thank you much, Tracy. In other news this morning, Chelan High School Principal Brad Wilson has been named the State High School Principal of the Year. Wilson was informed of the honor on Thursday morning at a surprise staff meeting at the school. Scott Friedman from the Association of Washington School Principals was on hand to make the announcement. Wilson has been Chelan High School Principal since 2016 after serving as principal at Chelan Middle School for 3 years. He also was principal at Lake Roosevelt High School from 2011 to 2013. He now will compete with winners from other states for the National Award from the National Association of Secondary School Principals. Congratulations to Principal Wilson. That's a look at news at 14 minutes past the hour. We are under overcast, foggy conditions here in the Wenatchee Valley this morning. That fog is going to hang on for dear life. Hopefully we'll get some sunshine later on because there's definitely some sun above it. We're at 27 degrees in downtown Wenatchee as our Wake Up Wenatchee Valley continues with sports news on the way next.
Good Monday morning, Eric. Coming up tonight on the NCW Life Evening News, we are in for an unseasonably warm stretch of weather coming up, and it all begins today. I'll have the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. And in sports, Eric has a ton of results from the weekend's high school sports and high school, college, and professional sports action. That and all the day's news stories coming your way tonight at 5, 6, and 10 right here on the NCW Life Evening News. We hope to see you then. Eric?
Thank you much, Grant. I'll be hanging around for that. And if you would like to help us with a news tip, you can do so myriad of ways. You can reach out to us directly at news@ncwlife.com. That's our email address for the newsroom. You can look us up if you want to contact us individually on our website at ncwlife.com. You can also reach out to us through our Facebook page, and hopefully you'll like us and follow us while you're there. Just message to us, and we'll get around to answering you. And then also you can call us at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Stay right there. I'll be right back. I got a ton of sports. It's coming up here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
The Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center brings you Vibrant Motion, a new hour-long exercise program featuring local instructors Connie Townsend and Pat Robbins. Each week, we'll bring you a new episode with aerobics or Tai Chi. We promise you'll get a heart-pumping, low-impact workout regardless of your age. Join us for Vibrant Motion, weekdays on the NCW Life channel. Check your program guide for airtimes.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a four-letter word.
I think I'll sell my veggies at the market.
Do you even remember to water the house plants? I do this?
You can do this.
Hey, we need to build a home office. We're adding another bathroom.
I think I'll study programming.
Bro, you even connect your phone to Bluetooth.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
16 minutes past the hour on a foggy Monday as we head into the work week. Eric Granstrom filling in for Dan Kuntz on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your latest sports. The Wenatchee Wild have two rare early week games this week, tonight and tomorrow in BCHL play. Wenatchee plays tonight at Chilliwack at 7 o'clock and then tomorrow night at Coquitlam at 7:30. Excuse me, these were games that were wiped off the schedule in early January due to COVID protocols. Chiefs come into tonight's lone game of the season against the Wild with a 20-11-2 record. That's good enough for fourth place in the Coastal Division. Wild in 8th in the Interior Division at 12-15-5. Sean Ziers has the call locally on 560 KPQ Radio. You can watch it as well on Hockey TV with a subscription. Well, the Seattle Kraken have a couple more days off before getting back into its inaugural NHL season. Seattle went into the All-Star break having finished the most recent road trip at 2-2 after earning its first ever shutout win of over the Islanders. Kraken and Arizona Coyotes will drop the puck 7 o'clock Wednesday night at Climate Pledge Arena. Game will be broadcast on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Russell Wilson looked great in the Pro Bowl Skills Challenge on Thursday, but not so good yesterday in the actual game. Seattle's quarterback threw 2 interceptions in the NFC's 42-35 loss to the AFC. Justin Herbert connected for 2 touchdowns with Mark Andrews to help the AFC win. Kyler Murray threw for 160 yards and 3 touchdowns for the NFC. Well, now that the Pro Bowl is out of the way, that leaves just one game left. Super Bowl 56 this Sunday features the 13-7 Cincinnati Bengals against the 15-5 LA Rams. Game kicks off at 3:30 on NBC from SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Now, even though it's the Rams' home stadium, LA will be the visitors on the scoreboard, and I hear they're going to wear those just nasty white uniforms. Take a look at the Les Schwab Women's College Basketball scoreboard from the weekend. We'll start it back on Friday. Charlize Ledger-Walker hit a jumper just before the end of the third quarter. That gave Washington State a lead it would never relinquish, and a 63-56 win at Colorado. Ledger-Walker led all scorers with 30 points as the Cougars improved to 6-3 in Pac-12 play. Missy Peterson's three-pointer with 1:39 to go pulled Washington to within 1. But that's as close as they could get down the stretch as Utah won 71-66. Peterson finished with a game-high 18 points, while Lauren Schultz scored 15 for the Dogs. On Saturday, Southern Utah put the Spurs to Eastern Washington 55-38. The Gonzaga women lost for the first time this West Coast League season, falling at home to 16th-ranked BYU. 62-50 was the final. Sunday, 4th-ranked Louisville had no trouble with Syracuse beating the Orange 100-64. Haley Van Lith had 10 points. She was one of 6 Cardinals in double figures. The Utes made a sweep of the Washington Schools by downing WSU Sunday 72-66. That is, Joanna Tedder led the Cougars with 16 points. Colorado held Washington to 20 points in the second half as the Buffaloes beat the Huskies 66-43. Turning to the men's scoreboard, Washington State took the lead midway through the first half and held off a Cal comeback to win Saturday 68-64. Michael Flowers led the way with 21 points as Washington State improved their Pac-12 record to 7-3. Southern Utah used a big second half to beat Eastern Washington 84-72. Steel Venters led the Eagles excuse me, with 19 points. Something flew in my throat there. Also, all 5 starters for Gonzaga finished with double figures as the Bulldogs took care of BYU 90-57. Freshman center Chet Holmgren led the way with 20 points in the ballgame. Well, on Sunday, despite 30 points from Terrell Brown Jr., Washington no match for Stanford, falling 87-69. The loss snapped a 4-game winning streak for the Huskies. Let's go back to Friday and the Les Schwab Prep boys basketball scoreboard. West Valley came back to beat Eastmont 61-59. Terrell Malcolm and Eamon Monahan each had 16 points for the Wildcats in the loss. Ephrata down Sela, that is, 51-36. Chelan topped Omak. Brewster beat Lake Roosevelt. Okanagan met Manson's Challenge, and Wilson Creek dominated Waterville Mansfield 72-43. In girls play on Friday, West Valley beat Eastmont 69-31. It was Omak over Chelan 53-48. Ephrata stopped Sela 60-52. Lake Roosevelt beat Brewster 62-50. Okanagan toppled Manson 88-6. Turning to the Les Schwab Prep girls basketball scoreboard from Saturday, Davis took care of Eastmont 64-38. Grant and I had the call here on the NCW Life channel.
Galindo with 3:16 lobs it into Patterson. Inside to Alan Greggs. Good.
How about that pass by Patterson? One-handed scoop pass down low.
She is something else. Then outside, then a reach. Could have been called. No call. Inside to Bauman. Outside to a two-pointer. Launch. Good. Splashdown for Austin Sutherland. Over at Narrows Plaza at University Place. Nice steal here by Eastmont. Back the other way. And a reverse layup.
Freshman.
How about that? So Elizabeth Hines off the bench, and you talked about it, Grant.
Yeah.
A spark plug.
She is a good-looking young player for Eastmont.
Left side it goes to Hines. She'll take it down the lane. She'll lay it up. And go! Oh!
Aggressive. I like that in a young player.
On the offensive end at times. And if you don't have ball handlers, that makes it really difficult. Here's Galindo with the drive and
easy.
the bucket. Free throws, no good. Rebound tipped and picked up by Galindo. She's all over the place tonight. But then dropped the ball, and then it's loose, and then picked up outside by Patterson, so she'll just shoot the three-pointer. Good!
Oh, boom. Almost got fouled, too.
Back job. Eastmont then stepping in front.
Galindo, Patterson.
Nope, Patterson with the steal to end the ball game. And so Davis will win it here by a final of 64-38.
In other girls play on Saturday, Eisenhower beat Wenatchee 63-47. Bridgeport stopped Soap Lake 63-53. Waterville Mansfield down Pateras 49-33. Soap Lake edged Entiat 45-41. Bridgeport turned around and topped Entiat 72-46. Like Roosevelt rolled Manson 79-24, and Liberty Bell beat Oroville 58-14. Well, the Eastmont boys were trying to bounce back from back-to-back losses Saturday when it hosted Davis. Things went well for the Wildcats through 3 quarters, but the Pirates proved too much down the stretch. Grant and I had the call here on the NCW Life channel.
For the key, shoveling the ball nicely. The Wildcats. There's Malcolm for 3. No good. Easily the put back up and in.
Well, if Eastmont can do that.
Second quarter, Brandon Lee Jr. to the basket. Can't get the roll. Malcolm with the rebound. Outlet to Monahan. Here's Gallagher. All the way to the basket. Good. Easily to big first quarter. Here's Malcolm now. Bombs away. Good. Yeah, well, he's not going to get out muscled. That's for sure. Here's that matchup again. Bennett Joe off the glass. Good. And Snyder will pick up that foul. Malcolm the rebound, and he streaks down court. Kicks it out. Monahan left open. 3. Good. 10-point double-digit lead for the Wildcats here. Here's Hernandez floater. It's good. Eastmont lead 3:36 left third. Bennett Joe 3. It's good. Here's Garza. Once again, Bennett Joe down low, up and in. As Davis with the basketball, down by 3. Hernandez kicks it out. Navarro. Quick ball move by the Pirates, and then Malcolm knocks that shot by Anderson into the bleachers. Garza picks it up to Lee, throws up an air ball, no good, and now it's Malcolm. One-on-one against Navarro, layup good! How about that? Very deliberate now are the Pirates on these offensive possessions. Look at Hernandez, just glides to the basket, good.
Yeah, lull the defense to sleep there, Grant.
Under 4 minutes, there's Hernandez, pump layup, good. Dante Bennett Joe with it. And a steal by Malcolm. all the way down court and a slam! With an exclamation mark. Oh, Hernandez left wide open in the key. He's going to make that every time and does, and he's got 22 now. As this clock will run out, and Davis will come out of here with a 68-57 11-point victory. And what a game it was here at Eastmont High School.
It certainly was. Cesar Hernandez, just a freshman, finished with 26 points. Dante Bennett-Joe, the big fella inside, had 22 for the Pirates. The 25 for 28, by the way, was Davis from the free throw line. Terrell Malcolm finished with 19 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 blocks for Eastmont. Other basketball Saturday, Kai Bromley scored 15 points as the Panthers had 3 players in double figures. Wenatchee beat Eisenhower 62-29. In other play, Moses Lake surprised West Valley 63-62. Waterville Mansfield beat Pateras 46-43. Liberty Bell down Oroville 49-48. Soap Lake slipped by Bridgeport 61-54. And Lake Roosevelt topped Manson 70-61. Well, Eastmont took third in the team scoring at the State 4A Bowling Championships at University Place Saturday. Congratulations. Kate Ferguson finished 9th. Katie Hines 10th for the Wildcats to help them bring home a trophy. Skyview, the state champion. Moses Lake came home with 2 championships at the cheer and dance state meet over the weekend. Chiefs took home the title in the 2A, 3A, 4A game day co-ed and the 3A, 4A traditional co-ed categories. Eastmont took second place in the 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A non-tumbling medium category. Meanwhile, Sunnyside took the team title, but Wenatchee and Eastmont showed well at the District 6 4A wrestling tournament at Wenatchee on Saturday. Eastmont had champions at 113 pounds in Rudy Vivanco and 180 pounds in Dominic Webb. Panthers had 3 wrestlers top the podium. Tyler Skyleman at 170 pounds, Jesus Segovia at 195, and Evan Burdan at 220. Regionals next weekend in Moses Lake. That's a look at sports news at 27 minutes past the hour here on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Before we get any further, you can hear I got a frog in my throat, so let's get rid of the frogs this morning. Kind of with the fog, it kind of frog, fog, bug, ribbit. Okay, here we go. Join me in a morning slurp. Okay, that wasn't very good. Let's do that again. Much better. Hopefully that took care of the frog this morning. By the way, what did the frog say when it had that going on? Excuse me, I've got a man in my throat. That's an old one. Okay, obscure holiday today. We have Independence Day in Grenada. E-Day today, which is the mathematical constant E, which has a value of 2.718281827. It's 27 today, so that's why they celebrate E-Day. National Periodic Table Day for you science nerds out there. National Fettuccine Alfredo Day. Now, that was tempting. It's National Football Hangover Day today because typically Super Bowl would have been yesterday and thus the National Hangover Day. But no, I decided to do National Send a Card to a Friend Day. Oh. We all lead busy lives, and as a result, we sometimes forget to show the people around us just how much they mean to us. It's not that we don't care about them. We just get caught up with our lives, busy working, raising kids, keeping our homes running, and about a million other daily tasks to occupy our attention. So it would do a lot for us to do some good for someone else and take a few moments and send a friend a card. National Send a Card to a Friend Day, holiday observed on the 7th of February. Why? I have no idea. It encourages everyone to send a card to at least one friend. Sometimes the simple act of just reaching out can mean all the difference in the world in helping people reconnect with one another. Now, might know my Marion, she doesn't like it if you go buy a card. She'd rather have you make a card by hand. And she's my best friend, so I guess I got to make a card by hand today at some point in time. Just a few facts for you. Approximately 9 out of 10 U.S. households send at least one greeting card a year, by the way. On average, 30 individual greeting cards per household are sent out each year. The average person will receive 20 greeting cards for various occasions over the course of a year. So, of course, birthday cards are the biggest. That's number one, as far as what you get. Then Christmas cards. Everybody sends, well, a lot of people send Christmas cards. Although now that Costco's not doing the Christmas card thing in the store, I guess you got to do it online. So it kind of took a dive for people sending out the annual Christmas card. I know we didn't send one this year. Sorry about that. But yeah, send a card to a friend day today. Hallmark, I'm sure, would appreciate it. This day in history. It was interesting. February 7, 1775, Benjamin Franklin published an imaginary speech. Now, this was in defense of American courage. Franklin's speech was intended to counter an unnamed officer's comments to Parliament that the British need not fear the colonial rebels because Americans are unequal to the people of this country, meaning Britain, in devotion to women and in courage, and worse than all, they are religious. Now, Franklin responded to the three-pronged critique with his usual wit, noting that the colonial population had increased while the British population had declined. Franklin concluded that American men must therefore be more affectionately devoted to the fair sex than their British brethren. As for American courage, Franklin relayed a history of the 7 Years' War in which the colonial militia forever saved blundering British regulars from strategic error and cowardice. With poetic flair, Franklin declared, "Indiscriminate accusations against the absent are cowardly calumnies." In truth, the colonial militias were notoriously undisciplined and ineffective at the beginning of the 7 Years' War. The New Englanders, for example, unused to taking orders from anybody and unfamiliar with necessary elements of military life, brought illness upon themselves when they refused to build latrines and were sickened by their own sewage. During the American Revolution, Washington repeated many of the same complaints spoken by British officers when he attempted to organize American farmers into an effective army. With regard to religion, Franklin overcame his own distaste for the devout and reminded his readers that it was, quote, zealous Puritans that had rid Britain of the despised King Charles I, end quote. Franklin surmised that his critic was a Stuart sympathizer and therefore disliked American Protestants who inherit from those ancestors not only the same religion, but the same love of liberty and spirit. It was on this date that Benjamin Franklin shot back, if you will, at his British counterparts with an imaginary speech. 32 minutes past the hour, let's take a look at some famous birthdays today. Ashton Kutcher's having a birthday. He was born in 1978. Happy 44th. Known for his portrayal as Michael Kelso in the Fox sitcom That 70s Show. He also created, produced, and hosted Punk'd and had lead roles in Hollywood films Jobs, Dude, Where's My Car, Just Married, The Butterfly Effect, The Guardian, What Happens in Vegas. More recently, his work on The Ranch on Netflix has garnered him a lot of attention. Ashton Kutcher is celebrating a birthday today. He is 44, and I just need to get him to stop texting me all the time. No, I'm literally, he texted me over the weekend again. I'm not sure about what. I just delete him. Also having a birthday today, the country hunk, Garth Brooks, was born on this date in 1962. Happy 60th birthday to Brooks, one of the greatest country music singer-songwriters in history. His music blends rock and country influences. First album released in 1989 and peaked at number 2 in the U.S. Country Album Chart while climbing to 13 on the Billboard 200 chart. 6 of his albums received diamond status in the U.S. Brooks has sold more than 100 million albums since 1989, making him one of the world's best-selling artists of all time. He has won several major music awards, including 2 Grammy Awards, 17 American Music Awards, the RIA Award for Best-Selling Solo Album Artist of the Century in the United States. Garth Brooks, happy 60th birthday today. And if you have a birthday on the 7th of February, you share it with Charles John Huffman Dickens. That's right, Charles Dickens, known as the greatest novelist of the Victorian period. His books included Oliver Twist, Nicholas Nickleby, David Copperfield, Tale of Two Cities, Great Expectations, of course his short story, A Christmas Carol. Dickens wrote 15 novels, 5 novellas, hundreds of short stories and nonfiction articles. He vigorously, I didn't know this until I did a little research today, vigorously campaigned for children's rights, education, and other social reform. Now get this, Charles Dickens did all of that and all of his writing, and he died at 58. Had a stroke and died at the age of 58. Charles Dickens, born on this date in 1812. That's a look at our celebrity birthdays. Coming up, Mike Magnotti has his opinion. Also, before Dana went on vacation, he had a chance to visit with David Rayfield, who is the marketing director for the Wenatchee Wild hockey team here locally. David is he's doing it to himself. He's trying to raise money for a good cause. He's going to be living on the balcony at the Town Toyota Center starting today. So we'll get more on that with that interview coming up straight ahead here on a Monday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dr. Wayne Latimer's Chiropractic and Integrative Multi-Care specializes in all level of injury care. If you've been injured in an auto accident, on the job, have a sports injury, or a simple fall, call today for a free consultation. They offer a combined multi-care approach with medical, chiropractic, physical therapy, massage, and acupuncture. For relief from long-standing injuries to basic solutions for the weekend warrior, Latimer's Chiropractic Integrative Multi-Care is one stop, one location.
With all the variety on SureStream TV from LocalTel, there's always something to watch. But what if you hit the couch in the middle of all the shows? That's a perfect time to use the features Catch Up or Restart. Catch up on shows from up to 3 days ago, or restart your show from the beginning. Go to your guide and select the show to restart. Then play, pause, rewind on your schedule. Don't forget, SureStream TV from LocalTel lets you decide when shows begin.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you're calling on 35 plus years of experience in the Wenatchee Valley. Spending extra time in your home, you may have discovered an unwanted aroma. Stinky feet, pets, who knows what. Call Dick's today about installing their Train Clean Effects electronic air cleaner or a Rheem Halo ultraviolet air purifier. Either way, the air quality in your home will be improved. Proudly servicing all of North Central Washington, call 884-6444 today. Brian's Pizza and Bowling is changing their name to That Pizza Place. Now, there's still your same favorite locally owned family pizza and bowling center, That Pizza Place. Come hang out in downtown Cashmere.
News, weather, and sports. It's all here weekdays at 5, 6, and 10 on your local news source, the NCW Life Channel.
This is Kelly, owner of the Original Children's Shop in downtown Wenatchee. We strive to bring you the most quality, fashionable, and fun clothing for your little ones, along with gifts, toys, and accessories. I look forward to meeting you soon at the Original Children's Shop.
The Clearwater Soluna Casino is the perfect place to meet in East Wenatchee. The Old West theme takes you back in time with casino gambling and poker tables. And now you can play the best games on or off the tables. Stop by and check out the new game room. All your favorite games and extended late night hours makes the Clearwater your best bet for a great time. And if time slips away having so much fun, stay the night next door at the Cedars Inn. It's all here nightly at the Clearwater Soluna Casino in East Wenatchee.
Mail It Your Way in East Wenatchee has new local owners. Need a mailbox with a physical address? Mail It Your Way has them in a variety of sizes. Postal Service and FedEx shipping, packaging, printing. Stop by Mail It Your Way in East Wenatchee on Grant Road next to Glaze.
Connect with us on Networked as we introduce you to the people and organizations who are leading innovation in the region. Get inspired, engaged, and networked right here on the NCW Life Channel. Let Mary Maid's custom cleaning experts help you clean up your to-do list. Between work, kids, and pets, it's hard to find time to keep up. Let Mary Maids of Wenatchee help. Mary Maid's cleaning experts can help keep your home or business fresh, neat, and exactly how you'd clean it if you only had the time. Call now for a free estimate, 509-663-1710. Serving Chelan and Douglas counties. Mary Maids, let us help.
Hey, this is Mike, Mad Dog McNaughty, and everybody is entitled to my opinion. Now, There's a new advertising trend going on with some local businesses. What they're doing, they're hiring allegedly famous people who talk about how their go-to person for a certain business in this area is so-and-so. Well, you know the ads I'm talking about. Some well-known guy or gal who doesn't live here, has never been here, starts talking about how my good friend Joe Jamoke is the best septic tank pumper in North Central Washington. I use him and so should you. So, now my question is, do these local business people who use this advertising trick really think, when I hear these ads, that I actually believe this famous person really knows them? Do they think I really sit back and believe that these people are saying these things for any other reason than that they're being paid to say them? This is Mike, Mad Dog Magnotti, and that's my opinion.
When it comes to finding a memory care community, you want the very best. You want to know that your loved one is safe and receiving compassionate care in a loving environment. Fieldstone Memory Care is an innovative assisted living community designed for those with Alzheimer's, dementia, and Parkinson's disease. You'll find a community specifically designed to enrich residents' lives. The Fieldstone team is here to help you navigate the important decisions you face when a loved one has dementia or Alzheimer's. Welcome home to Fieldstone.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Are you a take charge kind of person? Consider a career as a health unit coordinator. You'll work to keep health facilities running efficiently by coordinating medical providers, patients, and departments. The Charter College Certificate in Health Unit Coordinator program can get you up to speed on basic patient care, health records management, health and safety procedures, and medical billing. And the 10-month online program includes a computer you keep. Get started at chartercollege.edu, where we work to get you to work.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
Hey folks, Carrie from Blueberry Hills. A chill is in the air and it's a perfect time for some old-fashioned comfort food like our amazing Eggs Benedict, chicken fried steak, French dips, soups made from scratch, or fruit pies fresh from the oven. The crowds might be gone, but we're still here for you folks. So bring an appetite and a friend to Blueberry Hills in Manson, where you pick, you sit, you eat, and you visit. Open Wednesday through Sunday from 8 to 3. wildaboutberries.com.
Hello, my name is Brian Brett, the Fire Chief for Chelan County Fire District 1, and I just wanted to talk about how amazing our Rivercom team is. They are intentional, purposeful, and skillful in everything they do, and they are the best at what they do. How they prepare, how they handle the caller, how they coordinate the emergency services, and how they push themselves to be the best. This is the kind of spirit that our Rivercom telecommunicators have. Our community needs you, we need you, we admire you, you're our lifeline.
Who are you talking to? I told you, knock it off!
End the cycle. Call SAGE, Safety, Advocacy, Growth, and Empowerment. Get private, anonymous counseling. Learn how SAGE can help you. Receive legal assistance and protection. SAGE also offers a safe place for you and your children. Of course, a hug from Hank always helps. SAGE can help you move on with your life. Call SAGE today.
My job is to educate my client, help them navigate a system that is difficult and complicated. It is my job to tell their story and to convince either a court, a judge, or 12 jurors of the appropriateness of our request. It's the great leveler. It's the only leveler, because the least powerful can gain the remedy they deserve that the law provides for them.
Are you frustrated because you feel like you aren't getting the internet speeds you pay for? One of the most common ways to test your internet connection is called a speed test. These are free and easily located on the internet and can tell you how fast your internet is. However, for certain reasons, these tests may not always be accurate. A speed test shows you how fast a file can be downloaded to the computer you're running the test on. However, there are many things that can affect the speed of that download besides the speed of the internet going into your home. A few of the things that can affect your internet speed are poor Wi-Fi signal, other wireless signals interfering with the wireless signals coming from your router, other devices in your home draining your bandwidth, your computer or phone running apps programs in the background that you aren't aware of, slowing your entire device. Any of these things can slow down your internet. Your internet is like water flowing down a pipe. There's a big pipe bringing internet to your local area, and a smaller pipe coming off of that bringing internet to your home address. Your router is just another pipe that brings the internet inside your house, and every device inside your home is like a pipe connected to the router. Just like with water, if any of those pipes along the way are too small for the amount of internet that needs to flow through for a family, the flow for everything down the line will be much slower. It's a lot like trying to push all the water going into your house through a small straw. Also, again, just like with water, if everyone in your home is using the internet at once, any individual device may not be able to receive the full flow of the internet. It's like your whole family trying to drink out of that small straw all at once. If you're struggling with internet that is slower than expected, make sure that all of the devices that your internet flows through are working correctly, and check all devices in your home for background programs that may be using the internet. If everything still appears to be working correctly, contact us and we'll be able to help.
Welcome back to Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. A little bit later on this second day of February, David Rayfield is going to do something I wouldn't do in 100 years. But he's younger than me, he's stronger than me, he's got a passion for this project. He handles the special relations and public relations for the Wenatchee Wild. He didn't get a chance to do this for the last couple of years because of COVID. They didn't even play hockey. But tonight, David, you're pitching a tent to raise money. Give us the rundown for those folks who are out of the know.
Yeah, so anyone that drives out the front of the Town Toyota Center notices that balcony out front with the giant Town Toyota Center, home of the Wenatchee Wild. Well, I will be camping out on that balcony starting tonight after our game. I will be camping out to sell tickets to our Military Appreciation Night on the 18th. And I'll be camping out until I sell 750 tickets. So the way this becomes a fundraiser is I'll be selling $15 tickets, and $5 of each of those tickets go back to the organizations I'm representing. One is Vets Serving Vets here locally in Wenatchee, and the second is the Thomas A. Biddle Foundation. Both great organizations that are helping here locally with our veterans. So, like you said, it sounds not fun to camp out there for a few days, but I feel like it's the least I can do to support our veterans here locally and put on a great Military Appreciation Night.
Now, what are your parameters? Are you out there, period? Do you get meal breaks and potty breaks or whatever you want to call it? How long are you going to be out there on a 24-hour basis?
I am out there 23 and a half hours a day. I do get to come in and use the restroom, try to take a warm shower at night if possible, but I will be out there. If you drive by, you'll see me, honk, wave, whatever. We're going to set up a Nest Cam with a YouTube link so you can watch me making the calls, calling around to people, not begging, but asking very, very nicely to support our cause and buy some tickets. So if you're wanting to buy tickets for your company, 10, 20 tickets, that'd be great. Or if you just want to support the cause and donate to veterans. 2 years ago, we were able to give out like 200 tickets to veterans for free around the valley. So that was really cool part of it that kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't plan on that at first, but people kept calling, hey, donate these. And it kind of was a snowball effect and was a great thing to see out of that.
A lot of people, for the last time he did this, bought tickets and then gave them away. They said, I can't go, I got something on that night of the hockey game, but they wanted to help out
those two great organizations. And I think they wanted to get you off the balcony before you caught pneumonia, too.
Yeah, exactly. And this year it's more important than ever. I have an 18-month-old daughter, so if I spend 4 or 5 nights out there, I think I might be in trouble with my wife. So I'm going to be, you know, kind of networking and asking people for referrals because everyone knows who's going to want to support such a great cause. And I know there's a lot of mandates going around with the building and our games that not everyone can come. So now more than ever, if you just want to support the Wild, support our veterans, and give those tickets away, this is a great opportunity to do so. You can do it by calling the Wild office, 509-888-7825, and then we will be having a ticket link that can go out through our social media, emails. So just reach out. If you don't reach out to me, I'm probably going to reach out to you. I think I made over 200-300 calls last time I was on that balcony. And we ended up selling 500 in 4 days. So
500 in 4 days. Your goal this time is 750.
Yeah.
And you promise you're going to be out there until you get to that 750 benchmark.
I am. I might have to buy a few myself, but I'm going to be out there, and I have until the 18th.
Yeah, and military appreciation at the game is on the 18th. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Okay. Cool. And any other promotions going on in this upcoming week as we're now into February here for the Wenatchee Wild? What's in the hopper that we need to know about outside of military
Besides that
appreciation?
Wednesday game tonight, we have that 17th and 18th. The 17th, we have Battle of the Bands. We actually have a Freda and Quincy coming in. They're pep bands.
Cool.
I'm really excited for our players to have that high school experience because we all know they're younger, but they're not getting to have that high school gymnasium feel where they have the cheerleaders, they have the band. So those pep bands are going to come in and do what they do and hype up the crowd and play all those classic pep band songs. So I'm real excited to have them in the building. And then the 18th is military appreciation. And those are only 3 games in February. And then, as you said, March is going to hit us hard, but we're excited for it. Lots of great promotions, lots of great giveaways. As always, our fan finale with bobbleheads. Our Pink in the Rink night's actually going to be in March. I know it's usually in October, but COVID, what can we say?
Yep, but hey, at least you're getting a lot more home games. And the BCHL has been really, I think, doing outstanding work. Everybody wants to play as many games as they possibly can. They've bumped everything back. The playoffs are going to be a week later, but it's giving everybody, every team in the league is getting a chance to cram in as much hockey as they can before the playoffs, and it benefits everybody.
Yeah, they definitely want an even playing field. Originally, when we set our schedule, we were 4 games less than everybody, and they're like, how can we do this? Win percentage, what? But now we're all on an even playing field. We all get the same amount of home games, and we're excited for a playoff run. And as you and Clarky talked about last week, the team's playing good, so we're excited.
Team's playing good. And one more thing, again, we're talking to David Rayfield, and this, I can't stress this enough. Your sponsors, it would have been a lot easier for them to say, you know, let's wait until this whole COVID thing is over, and then we'll come back and start cutting you checks and be Wild sponsors like we've always been, the long-time Wild sponsors for decades or more. They didn't. They stayed right with you. Through this whole COVID thing, your sponsors that have been part of the Wild family from day one have been phenomenal.
Yeah, and you see it all over Wenatchee. Our valley's amazing in that sense of supporting when people need it the most. And I say it every night when I'm on mic in the stands is I just can't say thank you enough to our sponsors, our season ticket holders, everyone that's continuing to support. I know it's easy just to stay home, stay in your lane, not worry about other things, but now more than ever, our community is rallying, and we're going to get through this, and we're excited for the other side of this and next season, but we have a lot of great things still this season, so we're excited for that.
One last thing before I forget. Again, starting tonight, David Rayfield will be camping on the big balcony that faces out to Walla Walla Park right here at the Town Toyota Center. Drive by, give him a honk, give him some love. More importantly, buy tickets for that special link that David talked about so we can get to that 750 mark. But please, just use a little common sense. Don't drive by at 2 in the morning and honk and wave to Dave. He's probably going to be unconscious, so give him a little bit of space when it comes to that.
As bad as I want to sell tickets, if you call me at 2 in the morning saying you want to buy some tickets, I will sell them to you.
David Rayfield, best of luck, my friend.
I appreciate it. Thank
750. You. Make sure we get it done in like 2 days instead of all the way to the 18th.
I love it.
Good to see you, David.
Thank you very much.
You're watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be right back.
stop by these booths at the BNCW Home Show.
EDY Construction celebrating 15 years of residential construction service in North Central Washington. Thank you for choosing us. Guardian Services brings you the very latest in security technology, installed and supported by your local award-winning support team. Buying or selling a home, a trusted comprehensive home inspection and report is valuable to both buyer and seller. Meet Don Hester at the show to learn more.
One roof, 3 days, thousands of ideas. Bring the family to the BNCW Home Show.
Since 1932, Camp Seneca, nestled on the beautiful shores of Lake Wenatchee, has provided children grades 1 through 12 with the ideal location for kids to learn new skills, have fun, and make friends while creating memories that will last a lifetime. Camp Seneca's rustic log cabins and their staff serve to provide each group a unique summer camp experience. Register for Camp Seneca today, www.campfirencw.org.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
At Wenatchee Power Sports, we proudly offer the Polaris product line. Polaris builds the highest quality side-by-side in the industry, with off-road capability that's second to none. The Polaris pre-order program allows customers to purchase the vehicle they want without having to select from limited dealer inventory. The Wenatchee Valley has year-round access to some of the best ORV trails in the Northwest. Start your adventure here at Wenatchee Power Sports.
Ever wonder what it takes for wild birds to survive the longer, colder nights of winter? They can't just turn up the thermostat or throw on an extra blanket. Winter Super Blend from Wild Birds Unlimited provides a super boost of energy and fat, essential for winter survival. Stop by our store to learn how you can help the birds this season and how you can attract more beautiful birds to your yard. Wild Birds Unlimited. More birds, more joy.
Now that was a cool shot coming back in. Just a few minutes left of the show today on this Monday with fog around the valley and fog throughout north central Washington. Tell you about your forecast coming up in just a moment. The National Weather Service says high pressure is supposed to return this week, and that will give us sunshine, and that will give us some warming conditions. So not too bad. Now, on front of this high pressure that's moving in, or it's being shoved in by some winds, higher elevations, according to the National Weather Service, with some wind advisories in effect, especially the Washington Cascades above 3,000 feet. Look at that, 40 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts expected through this afternoon, and so just be advised of that. That could affect some of the ski resorts. We'll keep an eye on that as well today. Stevens, of course, Mission Ridge, if the winds do pick up that high, they usually shut down the chairlifts and such. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now, as far as our forecast is concerned, we're going to see some sunshine if the fog lifts, if the fog burns off. I know it's pretty thick right now. 42 are expected high today, and there is sunshine above it. Ask the folks in Waterville. They'll say, yep, we see the sun. Tonight, overcast skies, some fog forming as well. 29 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, we'll see some clouds in the morning and fog, and then hopefully some sunshine with 39. Extended forecast. As we get through Wednesday, it'll be cloudy for the most part and warming up, 43 for the high. A few clouds and some sun breaks, and 46 on Thursday. Sunny and 46 Friday. Should be mild for the upcoming weekend with sunny skies. Temperatures in the middle 40s, nighttime lows around 30 degrees. Currently in Wenatchee, we have 27 downtown outside the studios of NCW Life Channel, and the Mountain Pass is in pretty good shape this morning. All bare and dry, no restrictions on Snoqualmie, Stevens, or Blewett Pass. So if you need to travel to higher elevations, really the only thing you need to worry about today is the wind. And so especially if you drive a big rig, drive a high-profile vehicle, that could cause some issues if you're wandering around the highway with the wind shoving you from one way to the other. So that's a look at our forecast, and we'll look for the warming temperatures. And just a reminder, with the daytime sunshine and then the melting snow and then the freezing overnight, roads could be slick in spots, so careful out there. Tuesday edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Well, Darcy Christofferson with the Apple Blossom Festival will join us tomorrow, so be sure and tune in for that. Make it a good Monday, gang, and thanks for watching Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.